always make sure I have coconut oil in stock. I always make sure I've got fresh herbs. But I've come to the point where I found that now I actually make less food. When your body becomes nutrient dense, you don't eat as much. Literally by a large margin. You don't eat as much. I found that how much money I was spending on snacks for my family and my kids that wasn't giving them nutrients, I was easily able to move that $30 a week over to what? Organic dairy, organic meats, more vegetables. And I started really forcing myself to try one new recipe a month. Then I got to one new recipe every couple weeks. Then I got to one new recipe every week. So those are tips that hopefully will help. And then once you start to incorporate that and you get in a routine of doing that meal plan, you find that you do spend less money. Therefore, and you've got everything you need, so you don't ever have to worry about what you're going to go. You don't have to go to the store 2 or 3 times a week or more. You just go once, and you have everything you need. And those meal plans, everything's ready to go on those nights. And it just makes it so much easier. It takes all the stress off. And then you don't get tempted to do things that you wouldn't normally do.
So when you come home from the grocery store, it's a couple hours. Cut and clean and...
Yep, and I just schedule that in. And I find that that's one of the ways I can love my family the most. Really. Because they know they can always go get vegetables. They can always go get stuff that's already pre-made. I'll make a pan of organic power bars, and I always cut them up in little pieces and put them in the baggies. So they don't have to struggle with it. And the kids will be more tempted to eat what I've made them. Because it's already prepared.
Because it's convenient, yeah. Can you give the recipe for that? Will we see that next week, the power bars?
I'll do my best.
Or at least bring the recipe. I'm not putting any pressure on
I can do that, yes. I can do that. You're all set there?
Yep, so the software you guys have is older, my PowerPoint's not going to work. So, that's okay. I'll just read.
Do you have any copies or anything? Do you want me to pass them?
I don't. I was not anticipating that, but that's okay. It's okay.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. It'll just be a little faster than I thought. We're behind schedule. Anyway. So for you guys that have not met me, my name is Derek, but I'm the owner of Corporate Fitness and Wellness based in Eden Prairie. I am a fitness consultant, certified personal trainer for the last 10 years, and a metabolic testing specialist. I've had the opportunity to work with thousands of people of all ages, youngest clients being 15, my oldest clients being 80, to help really just understand the steps to living a healthier lifestyle. I know they talked about metabolic testing. We're going to talk about that this evening as well, but I also want to look at it from more of a comprehensive approach. We're going to cover the 7 components to a comprehensive fitness program. The first thing I want to start with, and this would be easier for those of you who are with us now, so you have to kind of visualize this, is something I call a cycle of restorative health. Because you can imagine a lot of my clients who are coming to me for the first time, they're kind of in a bad spot. You know, they have a lot of things they need to work on other than just going for a walk or going out and lifting weights. So there's 5 things, and one is exercise. The second is and if you guys need copies, I can leave this here and we can get them to you next week too, so don't feel like you have to write like mad. Apologize for not being up, but we've got exercise, supportive nutrition, chiropractic care, stress management, and rest. So if we look at it just from a small group, we've got about 20 people here. How many of you guys actually get 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week consistently? Okay, not bad. How many of you eat 5 nutrient-dense meals each day? Not calorie-dense, nutrient-dense. Healthy, I guess is a better way to look at it. Okay. How many of you are getting 1 to 2 chiropractic adjustments monthly? From a maintenance standpoint. I was hoping I was getting that answer. Yeah. And how many of you schedule 15 minutes of me time daily? Stress management is downtime. Good for you. Good for you guys. Meditation's a good way, but also we'll talk about stretching a little bit. But stretching is really one of the best stress management things you can possibly do. It really just helps you just relax. And then how many of you are getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep 7 days a week? Really? Well, that's more than I would have thought. Everybody's so concerned about exercising and doing all these things, they forget that your body really heals and rebuilds when you rest, when you're sleeping, not while you're doing the activity. You're actually breaking it down and ensuring when you work out, you need to have that time to rest and recover. So the 7 essential components of a comprehensive fitness program are: 1 is supportive nutrition, nutrition supplementation. We're going to cover these a little bit more as we get into this. The metabolic assessment profile, which is what Aaron really wanted me to cover, and we'll get into that. Basic strength training, meaning weight training or resistance training. Moderate cardiovascular exercise, stretching, and if you're new to it and you have some struggles, some form of professional fitness coaching. Okay. And we'll break that down over here. Now, benefits of supportive nutrition, you guys have covered a lot of this in the last couple weeks already, but I'm going to go through it anyhow. Some of the benefits are it lowers your risk of disease because you're getting more of the vitamins and minerals, fibers, phytonutrients. You're going to have a stronger immune system to help fight off things like flus, colds, basic things that we're going to run into. You'll stabilize your energy levels. If you're eating the right amounts of food at the right times of day, the right combinations, you're going to avoid those spikes, peaks of reduce excess body fat, you remove a lot of the bad calories, a lot of the bad nutrients. You're going to replace that with good calories, good nutrients, and also your body's going to start to use some of the reserves you have as a form of energy instead of just all of you're taking in. And then it's also going to help you just maintain a healthy body weight. The healthier you eat, the more conscious you are of it, the more regular your weight is going to stay unless you have some sort of hormone imbalance, which is something Christine can help you work with. If you're eating healthy, maintaining a healthy weight is a lot easier to manage. Now the second part is the benefits of nutrition supplementation. These kind of go hand in hand with healthy eating. Unless you're eating completely organic food, food really does come up fairly short these days with nutrient values. So eating healthy foods will help you reduce your risk of disease. Having a good supplement, well-rounded multivitamin, multi